Hello and welcome back to the Existence server. So what I thought I would do today is just show you a little bit of the things which I've been getting up to between the episodes, between the introduction tour and actually getting set up here. Hi. So let's have a little look. I have got a hole. I've built myself a hole. I've been doing some mining. I haven't found a single diamond yet. I don't know what these guys do, but I've been all the way down here, no diamonds, and I've been all the way in all sorts of directions, no diamonds. So I'm okay, but it'd be nice to have some diamonds. But yeah, this is what I've been working on. Little thing here, let's just pop that up. 38 levels. Fish. Getting any clues? AFK fish farm. I basically built this as soon as I landed on the server. This was the first thing that I built. And yeah, straight away, Panda 4994. If you don't know the design, go check it out. It's going to work until 1.10, and in 1.11 this particular design sort of breaks, and there's going to be a few fixes. There's a few ideas out there. I've got another idea for myself, but I'm going to wait until the full release before I really test it. So let's see what we've got down here. Got a few of the drops. I've already been through and sorted all of this, so you don't need to worry. I'm getting plenty of good things. So up here's the good stuff. All of the books, all the bows, and there's a couple of bows in there which I can combine and give myself a god bow, which I'm really looking forward to having. A really nice bow. I set myself up a little auto smelter here because I wanted a lot of smooth stone, because I've got a project in mind today that I really want to go to work on. Oh, let's just go fill that up quickly. So 1, 2, come on. There we go. And yeah, let's put 2 in that side and 1 in the other. And let's see what's in the top. Nothing in these. They're full. That's okay. That's more than enough. So yeah, I've been getting myself some smooth stone there, just letting it run automatically. And this is my little setup to begin with. I'm not going to stay here forever. This was just kind of the first day, getting organised kind of thing. I got myself a little bit of kit as well. Oh yeah, I went down to the iron farm as well and cleared that out, so I grabbed a bit of the iron. A little bit sneaky, but I'm going to be building a new iron farm today, so I'm not too worried about what I take from there, because I'm going to be replacing it tenfold at least. Now where's my good stuff? Where's my armour and things? Oh, where have I left it? I don't even know anymore. Oh well, I'll find that in a bit. But today, like I said, we're going to go and rebuild the iron farms. And I'm going to build one up in the sky, organise a breeder down below, get some more villagers sort of bred up. I want to make 3 farms today. 3 farms. So yeah, we've got a lot to do, so let's get on with it. Okay, and we're back. So I'm over here at the iron farm, which is already in place. Now this was a day 1 iron farm, and it's it's been doing its job. There's no problem with that at all. But I always think you want more iron, and the way I want to go with things, I'm going to need a lot of iron. So I want to beef this up so that everyone can use it. This one is a 10 by 10 iron farm. Kind of okay, but you don't get great efficiency from it. You lose about 1 in 4 golems. So you get a golem every 6 minutes approximately, right? And with this one, it's only 75% efficient because of the size of the spawning floors. So you lose approximately 1 in every 4 golems. So once every 24 minutes, you don't get a golem, if you see what I mean. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're going to work on this today to make sure that you get one 98% of the time. So we're going to start off up at the top and build one up in the sky there. And then we're going to come down and we're going to build 3 in a stack. With this one, I'm just going to leave this one as it is at the bottom for now until, thoughts and decisions have been made, really. Because I don't mind changing this, but if we want to put 4 in here, it means sinking it into the ground a good distance, and this one is already kind of high. So there'd be a lot of digging to do there to actually get it down to the level where it needs to be. So for now, I think 3, so 2 up top, super efficient, plus this one, and we're all good. So let's get to it. Right, so we're all the way up here now at the build limit. I'm a couple of blocks below the build limit, and this sort of marks the centre chute where the golem's going to fall down. So I need to build out these platforms to be a 16 by 16 area centered on somewhere in there. So let's get me some slabs on the hotbar, and we're just going to go straight out from here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey. That's not on. That's not on. A little bit more care and caution required. 3. Wait a second. Right, so that is the upper platform all finished. So what I need to do now is actually place in a little bit of a guardrail here. Now, should I do it like this, or... I always like the sort of being able to see into things. I really like using the half slabs sort of without this block in between. I think I should do it solid, because the one down below is sort of in this style, so I'm going to continue with that so as not to change too much at the moment. So let's take that one back out, because that is where the door top is going to go. Right there is where the door top is going to be. So I just want a ring around here like this, and yeah, pretty much set really. So let's do that. Okay, so all of the water is in place now. So this is pretty much the dangerous bit where I'm probably going to die. There's probably better ways of setting this up, but you know, whatever. This is the way that I'm doing it. 2, and let's see, 1 more. Right, so if the water's coming from that corner there, then I kind of want to take out that one first, then that one, and then I need to get some blocks on my hotbar which I actually want, like those, and I'm just gonna switch that around for that to there so that I can do this quickly, hopefully. So boom boom, so 1 and 2. No, I'm not going to do this quickly, am I? Right, there we go. That is what I was trying to achieve. So that is the drop hole that's going to be where the golems come down. Now I need a 3-block gap before the next spawning platform. So let's just grab some blocks. Oh, 3, perfect. So 1, so that's a half slab. So it has to be 3 full clear. There are other ways of doing this, but like I say, this is what we're doing today. Right, and we're back. I've done both of the spawning platforms here and here, above and below, and I've put in the doors as well. Now you'll see that the doors are not exactly centered, so you've got 2 at that end and 3 at that end, and the same on the opposite side, 2 and 3. Now the reason for that is because the actual village center is going to have a tendency towards that direction there. So it's going to go towards the negative Z automatically, because it tries to be closer to the negative coordinates. So the village centre is going to be off, so I'm pulling it back by 1 block there and 1 block there, and that will make sure that it is exactly centred right there. Now a lot of the designs that you see don't actually take that into account, because it's kind of dependent on what section of the world you're in as to how you do this. But I know where I am and I know what I'm doing, so this is what is being done. I'm going to pull it back 1 block in that direction so it's centered properly. Now also, I've created the villager pouch up here, and I'm using these half slabs in this position here, and this won't actually affect the spawning of the golems. In fact, at best, will it affect them? Yeah, it needs to be a lower half slab actually. Because if it's an upper half slab, they can spawn on top of that and then they get stuck in the block, and then we've got problems. So I need to move that down to that position there, so it's level with those ones. But basically that won't stop the golems from spawning. They'll just spawn into that and then get pulled out of it with the water. So that's all good. That's a nice simple way of dealing with it. So next up, I'm going to do a little bit of finishing up on the villager spawn pouch thing, and then I'm going to do the tube coming up to get the villagers up here and get this thing actually running. Okay, we're back in a moment. Okay, and we're back. Now I've been doing quite a lot of work in between. I put in the water chute going up so that I can get the villagers up to the top. Everything up there is finished. Basically, we're more or less ready to move some villagers now. So I've had a little look in the back here, and it looks like there's maybe about 20 villagers in the box, which is perfect because I can divide them by 2 and have both of them running at the same time without any issue. And maybe because there's 40 there, I might get a few extra villagers out of this. They might breed themselves up, so yeah, we'll see. Now the thing that I want to do is just take out 10, and I don't want to lose any of them, so I'm going to knock that out, and I'm just going to put in a slab right there, so they can't go anywhere, I think. Yeah, they're stuck in there now. Yep, that looks safe to me. So I'm going to switch on my hitboxes because that always helps. I'm going to get a boat. And I don't know if you've seen this before, guys. I do it all the time. I just run my little boat up into the corner there, pick myself 2 out, break the boat, controlled numbers. So that's 2 of them out, ready to go. So I'm just going to push them up 2 at a time as best I can. Come on, guys, not into that corner, as best I can over here. And once they're in there, they're just going to go straight up to the top and sit in situ very nicely. So there you go, that's the first 2 going. I'll carry on with that and we'll see you back in a bit. Okay, so I've sent 10 of them up there. You can just about see the little stick sticking out of the water tower there, and that's their line of sight showing because I've still got the hitboxes on. So yeah, they're getting up there, not far off. I'm just going to tear down this column with the ladders on and maybe move it out to the sides a little bit so that when I build up the next one I'm all ready. But basically, yeah, that's the top iron farm all done. Won't take much more work now to get in another one because I've got the water chute in place and all that kind of thing. So the next thing that I want to do is actually get a villager breeder organised. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that next, pull this down, do a little bit of work, make sure that the iron golem's dropping, and we'll see in a moment. Right, and there you go, there is the first golem, stood in the middle there. There may have been another one which I missed because I wasn't watching this all the time, but I decided to put in a little plug just to make sure that I didn't miss any. So yeah, that's all up and going nicely. So next up is to tidy up some of this mess, like that, and yeah, get down at the bottom and start building this breeder. Okay, I'll get on to that in a moment and we'll see you in a bit. Right, so the next job is to make a little bit of a villager breeder. Now, the thing that occurs to me is I only really need 20 at any one time, and then I can halve them, send half up, and off we go. So I don't really need to do anything with these guys. They'll breed themselves if I give them some produce. And we've got some farms over there somewhere, and they'll breed as long as there's the right number of doors. At the moment there's 40 doors, so I think that should give me around about 14 in this area. So to get it up to the 20 that I want in here, I need to add an extra 18 doors to bring us up to 57 doors altogether. Now the doors are going to be valid pretty easily really. Now what we've got 10 down each side, so that's going to be 20, so I should just add 20 extra doors and then I'll have a couple of extra spare. And if I add them equally, it's not going to affect the centering of this too much. So yeah, if I just quickly run down some doors down here. Boom, boom, boom. I say quickly, this may take a short while. So let's see, where's my doors? Let's get that out of the inventory, get that in. And just go boom, 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 boom. Now this is going to throw the village centre way off because I haven't balanced it on the other side yet. So if I just walk around the other side and balance it, then it's basically going to work just as well. There's going to be no break in the service. I don't need to go and take these villagers like 65 blocks away to make a proper villager breeder. They're just going to get on with it right here and now. So yeah, I think that's a decent little solution. Now the only problem is this is going to take a little bit of time, and I'm going to need to get some resources, and I'm going to need to break some of this glass on. I don't have silk touch, which kind of makes me a little bit sad, but hopefully I'll be able to replace that. So let me break that piece of glass right there, and put a trapdoor on there. Now this way I can just feed them up whenever I want, and that should be all good, because as you saw down there, there is actually a baby villager in there already. So I'm going to go get some crops, throw them in from somewhere, and see some hearts, I hope. So I'll be back in a bit. So I'm back and I've got some potatoes. Let's just throw these in. I replanted everything that I took, so hopefully there'll be some more of these on the way reasonably soon, because I don't see these going that far. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. So I've thrown them in there. What we should see next is them throwing the potatoes around, try and distribute them, which should make them willing to breed, and then we should see some hearts. So we just saw some potatoes sort of go down then and get picked up. Yep, they're throwing them around. So next up we should get to see some hearts. Well, this is an unforeseen consequence. Now, I know exactly what's happened here, but it's how to deal with it. Now, come on you can get off there. I opened that and just give you a little shunt off. Right. The reason that he spawned out here is because this farm has got a very small footprint. So it means that the golems can spawn basically outside of the farm itself, because it hasn't used up the full size, which is exactly why we're making a 16 by 16 farm. So to stop that from happening, you need to have full blocks like there. And I might need to go up and do exactly the same above as well, which kind of makes sense. It's a little bit annoying. I mean, that's the biggest issue with this farm, is it just doesn't use up all of its potential. So yeah, I'm going to spend a little bit of time making sure that the golems can't spawn outside of the area, and then I'm going to have to go down and deal with this guy. Maybe I can deal with him from here. I mean, I'm kind of safe, but he's going to be angry with me, and it's kind of dangerous having a golem that's angry with you. Right, there we go. So let's see there. So therefore, just a minute, what's the height of the doors? The doors are at, yeah, I don't think they can spawn on this, but to be sure, I best deal with it. Okay, we'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I've dealt with the spawn problems there on the two sides where I added the extra doors, and yeah, we've got hearts. So let's see, what have I got in there? I've got around about 14 entities, so it's got another 6, 7 to go. I think it's going to put 21 in there, maybe a little bit more, but that's good, that's all fine. So I need to do a little bit of AFK in here, and yeah, we'll be back. Okay, and there we have it. There are 3 farms now stacked up there. Now, this is the point where I thought I was best bringing you back in, which is on this 3rd farm. I don't actually have any villagers up there yet, because what I need to do is I need to be a little bit... Well, I don't need to be careful, but I need to think a little bit about what order I do things in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to this very bottom farm here and just take out all of the doors all the way around, and that will stop it from being a farm, and it'll remove that village. And then what I can do is move my 10 villagers up to the next farm up, and that one will become the farm. So I'm sort of just switching one out for the other, but it's making sure that you do it in the right order. So if I just go up, oops, no, not quite like that. Bit more like this, bit more like that. Okay, now where's my axe? Do I have an axe? Oh, I don't have an axe. Okay, yeah. Let's just make an axe, because that's going to save me a lot of time in a few moments. Alright, let's get rid of that and get ready to take out some doors. Right, so that is all of the doors gone, so there is now no longer an iron farm here, or a village, and all that kind of thing. So I'm just going to whip round, pick up all the stuff that I dropped everywhere. Because I don't like to waste things, I like to recycle things where I can. So let's grab up these. Ooh. Yeah, this is it. This is where it all is. Great. Okay, so we've got everything there now. Next thing up is to send 10 villagers up the chute and into that farm right there. Once they've gone up there, I'm going to tear down this column here and remove that column there, and then take off the top layer of this farm so that the golems can fall straight down into the little catch tray here and then get processed in the usual way. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that and we'll see in a moment. There we go, that is those all in place now. So yeah, 3 reasonably efficient, 98% efficient iron farms stacked up, 1, 2, 3, and then the one that was there, I'm going to take most of it away now. So yeah, I'm going to work on that now. See you in a bit. All finished. I've tidied up the mess that I made over at the other side over there. Not over here, I didn't make a mess there, it was over there. And I've sort of taken down most of this and reorganised it so that, you know, if you wanted to, you can actually come up and have a little look in. So the mess that I made was actually around the back here. Now I've put some steps going up. This is just really temporary, but I think, you know, why not? Why not? Oh, hi. There's one going in. So yeah, the steps going up so you can look in and count the golems if you feel inclined to. You should get one every 2 minutes with 3 farms like this approximately. Yeah, and I've got them sort of packed everything away here. Tried to be a little bit tidy with what I've got, but you know, it doesn't always work. And I've got a few leftover villagers here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them here for now until I know what I'm going to do about this next farm. Because it isn't guaranteed that I'm going to make a 4th farm here. I think 3 farms is going to be more than enough, and a 4th farm would take a bit of work to dig down into the ground. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them there for now, and I might do something with them in the next episode and move them elsewhere, maybe set up an infinite villager breeder, but that would have to be 65 blocks away from that in a sphere. In a big sphere. So yeah, I don't know quite what I'm going to do with them, but I think that's looking a lot better up there. Oh hi, there we go, that was another golem. Let's just go and take a slightly longer view at this. Ready? Yeah, it's not bad, it's a little bit boring, but I was thinking that it needs legs. I'm not that keen on sort of anti-gravity things, especially when they're so big and blocky and just look like they shouldn't be able to stay up there. So I think what I'm going to do is add some legs on each of the sides there, just so it looks like it's being held up somehow, and maybe eventually some glass and things like that. But for now, that is going to be around about 4 times more efficient than what was there, or 4 times more productive, I should say. Now let's just go down and have a look in there. Yeah, it's going okay. We're getting some nice iron. So yeah, hopefully that will keep everyone going for quite a long time, especially for some of the projects I have in mind. So I need the iron. So yeah, I think that's all I've got time for today, guys. So let's just do it there, hey? Yeah? No? Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please do leave a like, and if you want to see some more of this, drop us a subscribe. And if you particularly like in the Existence series, let me know. Do let me know down in the comments. And thank you very much for watching again, and we'll see you. Goodbye.